Since the country's beginnings, each new generation has helped shape the story of our nation. In Falls Church, students are discovering how they contribute to the place they call home. As we commemorate the 250th anniversary of the United States, we reflect on the lived experiences of Falls Church students and the role they play in our community today.
I'm Benazir, and I came here around end of 2023. I'm a senior here at Meridian High School, and I came here all the way from Afghanistan after the Taliban took control of the government. Going from Afghanistan to Albania and then waiting there without school for a year, I thought that would have been the real challenge. But then upon coming here and seeing all these different new things that you have to learn and adapt to, I was like, oh, this is the real challenge. This is where it begins.
I came to Falls Church because I was getting severely bullied at school in Washington. I did not want to go to class. It was very painful to go to school, so my mom decided to contact her job and we found Falls Church. Even though there is a class difference in Falls Church, I do appreciate that many of the students get along with each other rather than separating into different groups. The city is very lively and energetic.
I was technically born in Maryland, but I've lived here for the vast majority of my life. So I've always really felt like this is home, this is my community. I can't think of a better place. It feels really well-rounded in the fact that it's very urban and you're basically have access to anything you would ever need. And while at the same time it doesn't feel like you're in the middle of a city, and you have a good sense of community. We only have one school at each level, so all the kids that I went to elementary school with, or even preschool with, are still here with me in high school.
My name is Aiden Harper. I've lived in Falls Church for the past 5 or 6 years now, and I moved here from the Falls Church in Fairfax County, so I've been in the Falls Church area for the past 15 or so years. Since Falls Church City itself is so small, everybody here is so tightly knit, and the communities you build are more foundationally strong through the fact that you see these people so often. The biggest thing for me has been the Science Olympiad team at Meridian High School. In that club, I really learned, I deepened my passion for science and engineering, and it really decided, with Mr. Lee's help me decide what I want to do in college and beyond.
When you come here, you start everything from zero, whether it's transportation, housing, school, language, culture. Going here around Virginia, the very first week we realized that Falls Church is so much welcoming and people here are amazing, and the school system is very supportive. I've been here in the school for 3 years now, and it's just amazing. It made my journey of adapting so much more easier to be able to live here.
I feel comfortable being a Black person here because there are a lot of different people who are from a lot of places in the world. Here, we are encouraged to join the BSU. We recently went on a trip to Howard to see how an HBCU is and embrace that Black excellency is very much real around this part, and that we shouldn't be ashamed of who we are. And I think it really causes you to embrace who you are as a person, especially as a Black student who lives in Falls Church. It makes me love myself a lot more than I did in Seattle.
Coming here, I realized that it is hard to go through all these stuff, not knowing the language, and then the also school education curriculum is really different. So deciding to do the IB program, it wasn't something that was easily possible for me to do because I needed all these language courses to do, which I didn't really have the time for because I was learning English. And then talking to some of our teachers here and Mr. Singer, the amount of support that I received from the school was just amazing. I mean, he was like, there's no such thing as impossible.
Being on the school board it gave me a much bigger perspective of how the school works in general. You really just have to step up, and you have to be willing to have your voice heard. The school board members are always willing to hear what you have to say, especially from the students, because they don't hear from students at times. So you just have to be willing to go to them and be like, here is my problem, here is what's going on, you need to do something about it.
I write for the student newspaper, The Lasso, and doing that has really been a fun time because you get to write about community events and be kind of involved in that side of things. We have a number of kids who will often be interviewing people on city council to figure out their new policies or what they're proposing to do. And it's really fun to be able to do something like that through school that has a real world impact. It just gives a value of perspective, I think, in knowing that there's perspectives that aren't the one you have and that you aren't always right.
I learned about history from a whole different perspective back home, and then coming here, taking the IB diploma and learning history, talking about major historical events that happened, like for example in Afghanistan, like the Soviets invasion, the Cold War, things that we are learning right now. I get to look at it from a whole new perspective with this whole new language, from a whole new culture, and I think that has really added to my understanding of what happens historically and how that affects the lives of ordinary people like me and my family.
I mean, we are built up by the experiences we have, the people we meet, and what we do. It's tiny little bits that change us slowly over the course of time, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from. So, for example, from me living in Falls Church, all the people I've met, all the mentors I've had, all the experiences I've had have built me towards a specific path and a specific way of viewing other people and my future and life in general.
It's really important for you to ask questions. I remember my English classes where I would just ask so many questions from my teachers, and then it took me some time and I realized that there's other people in this class as well, and I wish that they would speak up also.
My hopes for the future for Falls Church is that it just keeps being this nice, warm area, and that no hate is really spread around the city, because everyone quite literally knows each other. You see the same people every day. So I hope it keeps being that safe space, especially for diversity.
I think Falls Church is on a pretty good track as it stands compared to the rest of the country. So long as we continue looking forward and thinking about how what we do today is going to impact the people of tomorrow, our children and ourselves, we'll stay on a good track. Falls Church will.
So I really plan to take my experiences and my story and the things that I've learned here in this community all with me to all these different parts of the world, to at least trying to become a voice for those who need it the most.